Yeah.
He sees Marco and he sees everyone else. I'm gonna fucking slap the fuck out of you.
You're such an ass.
Why you're such an ass? Thanks for the
sub.
Okay, let's do some tests.
And I just started laughing. Right
Wow.
there.
This is a test.
Real character.
Mitch, are you good?
This is all testing.
Okay. Trav talk.
Yeah, this is this episode podcast. Yeah. Pretty sure mine's a little low, honestly, because I think my shit's getting picked up from everyone else, but, you know, that's how it is. Is that good enough, Mitch, or you want me to continue?
There's a pretty big delay, so give me a sec.
Okay. Stacy's Bob is gone.
Shut up.
DMCA.
Oh.
You two talk.
Why are you copywritten?
Baba Booey.
Baba Booey.
You're such an ass.
Why you're such an ass? Well, I'm not gonna do that back because I'm a good friend.
Thanks.
All
Good thing you took the 2 puffs.
Continue to talk.
What?
At least you took those 2 puffs so you were able to catch your breath.
I'm a puff pass kind of guy.
Yikes.
With inhalers.
So-
Bixby go off?
So there's a little echo with these two.
Is that because I was copying what he was saying?
No,
or do you
probably.
I heard Yusha's voice twice and I heard Josh's voice twice.
No, well, I don't know what to do about that. Is it because I'm talking towards your mic?
Probably.
Let me,
Okay. Wow.
turn
I was gonna make sure I talk like this to the snow globe. Hello.
Snowball.
And turn that one a little bit away from me too. There you go.
Yeah,
Snowball
that one's
ice.
higher because obviously it has to pick up their guys' audio. Sorry, this is really effing
that's
scuffed right now because we're just kind of doing this
Microphone is
shit
putting in double
live.
the work right
I
here.
don't even know where to look at the camera. The camera's up
I
there.
mean, does it have to
we're
be louder necessarily? I know there's 2 of us, but if we're
We
talking
good?
to
We're
it.
good with audio.
You sure?
I'm not sure, but it's good enough.
Yikes.
It's
This
good
sucks.
enough.
Come on, we had the
This
slide.
sucks so much goddamn wieners.
We had
dude.
the slideshow last week.
Oh yeah, we have the slideshow and now we have just fucked up audio. So
You
hopefully
wanna
you
hear
enjoy
the
it.
audio?
Yeah, probably.
Oh fucking
No, I think
boy!
that sounds
pretty
good.
decent.
That sounds normal.
How high is your phone?
Max volume. See, there's a little like reverb, but it's fine.
I mean, you can tell we're not filming or like recording in like actual like studio type places.
We're not
It's open
pro
space, so there's gonna be.
streamers. Okay.
Yeah, we are. You know.
I know Trav can get Twitch subs now, but this isn't a pro streamer.
Yeah,
set
don't sub to me. I don't want to put
Yeah.
this shit on my taxes. Please
yet.
leave it for later, please, or just not at all. Fuck it.
Do you have to put that on your taxes?
I think yeah.
Really?
I think you get paid out like after like $100, but I haven't reached that point yet, so I don't think I have to. But
So everybody get
let's not.
5 subs.
This stream
in
is
chat.
not admissible in court, so don't come
Give
at me for
5
tax
subs
fraud.
in chat if
Dude,
you want to
that's
see
fucked
tax.
up. Like years down the line,
fill out
like they come back to
stream.
this shit.
Where are those $50 you got, Trav?
We got you now, bitch. Alright, so this is the super scuffed episode where we finally decided to meet up at a undisclosed location.
It is at blah blah blah.
Oh god, don't ask
Docs,
Bixby.
this box, Trav.
No, now
Hey,
they know it's
Bixby.
my place. Damn it! Now they know it's my shit. Alright. But yeah, on this episode of this episode podcast, we are talking about Attack on Titan. I don't remember which episode, so one of these other real people that are not
84,
fake
right?
in this. Yeah, let me finish my spiel, but okay.
Eat my head.
Okay.
Okay.
Say it into the mic, not your. Oh, sorry for your ears, people. But what was it, like 80 something?
84.
83, 84. So yeah, these episodes were just as disappointing as last episodes,
False.
pretty much.
I like these episodes a lot.
Which one?
Both of them.
I liked half the
Okay.
episodes, which means it's just one episode.
Because
there were 2.
Big brain.
Well, it's like
Big brain time.
we've been in the rumbling for like how long, and like really nothing's been going on. Josh, play the soundboard.
Rumbling.
Thank you, Josh.
Soundboard sounds pretty different.
How's the traffic out there, Josh?
Well,
We gotta keep these
soundboard
bits
sounds
alive and make
different
us
when it's
to an hour
alive.
in this shit.
Performance.
Jesus Christ.
That was
Alright,
not
is
a
this shit
soundboard.
almost over? How long? We're 5 minutes in. We're getting there. We're getting there. This shit's not going in the video.
Fucking diet.
Come on, drink your interview.
Live on this episode
at least
podcast.
mute the mic?
Guys.
I see that Alex gave 100 bits 4 days ago. Why doesn't he do it again today?
I can't read that chat, bro.
You need, I was just about to say you need glasses.
Well, you got your phone right there, so that's pretty good. All right, so who wants to start us off with
Mitch
the
says he's
episode?
in love with the episode.
I'm not in love with
Set
the
the
episode.
scene.
I'm just saying, in comparison to the last 6 episodes we've watched, these ones have been really
Put me
good.
there.
Set the scene for episode 83. How does it start?
I have no idea how it starts.
Okay, so how is it the best episode?
It's not the best episode. It's a good episode. Why
Alright.
am I already being attacked?
Episode 83 starts, I believe, with Hanji.
Yeah,
Hanj taking freaking aim with that sniper. Shoots like the one scout guy, right?
Yeah, she shoots her allies because now they're Levi and Hanji are both pretty much traitors now because they're not for the rumbling, and so that's completely against the Jaegerists and stuff like that. So now they're pretty much in the bad with both the Marlians and the Jaegerists. But we saw in the previous episode that Hanji was trying to make kind of like allies with one of the commanders, lieutenants.
Mardiff.
I think he's a commander.
His name's Marcus.
commander,
Okay,
yeah.
so
Commander
Greg
Marcus.
Marcus, person
Greg
from
Marcus.
Marcus Theaters, is paired up with what's her name, Peak.
Peak finger.
Yeah, Peak. So
Peak
I
finger.
didn't even realize what her
everybody's-
last name was.
everyone-
That's right, yeah.
all right, so everyone's like favorite tired looking waifu, because that's definitely a thing.
It's just the English voice actor that people like, isn't it?
No, I actually think Peak's hot.
Yeah, they probably like her just crawling around looking all tired and stuff.
Dude,
And they're like, oh my god, I can't wait to put this on Real
in
34.
season 4, part 1, the most watched clip is Pete crawling around the floor.
Yeah, I know.
You guys need help.
If I had my soundboard, I'd be
Give
playing
me the
the
link.
imposter sound right now. The sus sound. Yeah, I'd be playing like
Can I get a link, please?
Boom, boom, yeah.
No.
Give me the link.
Wow.
But
So she takes down those guys because they were chasing her.
and
Levi.
obviously she's upset about it, so she's crying a little bit.
Yeah.
So
But,
and then
Well, she's crying because she's the commander of the scouts now. That Erwin's dead. She's killing scouts.
mhm.
That's why she was crying.
So I have no idea what happens next. I know the whole Connie shit went down.
well, confirmed
finally.
that Levi's alive, so she sells his face.
in the previous
and-
episode, yeah, because they showed Levi just
But-
kind of chilling,
But now it
talking to Greg Marcus.
Yeah, it confirms that he's actually conscious and can make conscious decisions and stuff.
Yeah, he lost his finger, two of his fingers, so he can't really use his blade anymore. Really,
Yeah.
I'm sure that won't slow him down, even if he's missing any other limbs. But I mean, because it is Levi, he's kind of just.
Do you
Yeah.
think Levi's done, or do you think he's gonna get back in the fight?
Well, I don't know. I know what happens next, so.
I
think-
you know what happens.
Ask me that
You know what
question.
happens.
I think he's
Ask
gonna-
me
I
that.
think he's done.
I think he's gonna try to fight, knowing that he'll probably die.
I think he's just gonna be on the sidelines, giving them leadership.
They don't
Do
know
this,
yet,
do
but
this,
he's
do that.
dead. He's dead. They don't
I
know
don't
yet.
know.
Oh, God, you can actually hit me now.
I
Shit.
know.
I think a bit of
I'm on a
both.
hot seat now.
I could see him fighting and I could see him not fighting.
To be or not to be, that is the question. All I know is that Levi is missing 2 effing fingers, so he's kind of screwed.
You can just hold it like this.
Oh, he's missing these.
He's missing these fingers, doofus.
Stop. But the two in the pink ones.
What are you doing?
Oh,
Try
he's-
some fucking Naruto
He's
shit
always
now?
doing the I love you sign.
Oh. He's still missing the
He
finger.
loves all of us.
I thought he was missing
No,
these
he's
two.
He's missing some fingers here.
I thought he was missing these two.
He's missing.
Great, now I feel.
He's missing
Now I'm
these
not.
two.
Now I'm not
Spider-Man.
confident
I just
anymore.
looked at it
Spider-Man.
went backwards.
He's missing the. Yeah, he's missing his pointer and middle.
Yeah.
Great, now I'm not confident in my answer, so
What?
let's just leave it up.
I think they're side to side.
No, yeah, it's like this. It's his pointer and his middle.
Yeah,
Okay,
so you can't hold it.
I'm very
You
tired.
can't hold it now.
I got you now.
Too much destiny, Josh.
But Hanj is pretty much just saying oh, we should just run away. We should just hide here, whatever. And Levi's like, "Fuck you mean?"
The fuck did you say to me?
So then we're kind of introduced with Gene's kind of dilemma going on in his own head because he has to choose between what he thinks.
What he wants, what he knows is right.
Well, I think he wants to back up his friends more, right?
No, he wants to just hide away in that room and never leave and just live a normal
Well, no, that's
life.
what I'm saying. He has the one side where it's I have the easy choice in life where I could legit just
Which is what
turn
he,
away from everyone
Which
else,
is what he wants.
but then what he
chooses is right is he knows he needs to stop Aaron, or at least try to stop Aaron.
Just kind of back up his friends pretty much.
Yeah.
There's like a sliver of a chance of Aaron being redeemed, I guess. Maybe Gene will take that.
Jean was a really good character in these episodes.
Yeah, he was just kind of there. In episode 83, right? Or
I mean, yeah, because
it was more of the Connie show, really, of this episode.
He's really important at the end of 83.
Yeah, because that's where like Floch and them are talking and stuff. But yeah, I think what happens next is what Connie and
Falco in the forest.
Yeah, they Connie's just eyeing him up like, "Hey, little mama, let me whisper in your ear. Tell me like something you'd want to hear. It's free real straight."
He's underage.
I'm uncomfortable.
So then
you're sharing the casting couch with him. So.
Yeah, that's okay. What? I could do that now though. You're real.
Yeah, there's a
sister
like
is fake.
6 inches splitting you two, so a lot of space to not touch each other.
You want to share a mic?
That's big.
I don't know what that means.
Continue.
Well, then it shows Connie and Falco in the forest, and after the whole forest scene, then we get back into the Connie's like hometown where his mother in Titan form just kind of chilling on the collapsed house, like.
For some reason, I thought she was on top of the house, not in the house.
Technically, she is on top of the house. Whatever's left of it.
Fell on top of him.
So then Falco's just like, bro, what are we doing out here? He's like,
we're going north.
What are you gonna do to me, senpai? And then Connie's like, you let him brush his teeth.
Yeah. I wanted to slap Connie.
That was the cringiest
I was
thing.
Like, what? Well, first of all, he's just like, we're gonna brush his teeth. I was like, what the fuck?
Well,
I was
like,
convinced.
Well, Connie's just a complete doofus, That's like his whole shtick. He doesn't like understand that the jig is up, or he's gonna keep pushing it off because he wants to, feed Falco to his mother.
Yeah,
just
Falco
out of surprise.
Falco knew where they were. He knew the village. He remembered about Sasha. So
yeah, because the people him and Gabby were in the part 1 told him about that village. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but the whole thing between these two characters is that they don't know what the other person knows.
Yeah.
So, like, Connie's just like, does he recognize me? And then Falco's like, does he recognize me? Because then I'm fucked if he does, because my friend killed his friend. So that's kind of the situation they're in. And, yeah, and then out of, like, Armin and Gabby caught up pretty fast, though.
They caught up. Well, I think they caught up fast because they did show how. Because when Connie and Falco were camping, Gabby and Armin were still going through the night.
So how long of a trip was that? Like maybe a day or
Probably
two?
Probably a day trip, I would assume.
Good lord.
No more than a day trip.
Well, I guess Gabby would be desperate enough to do that, but...
So would Armin.
Well, I mean, they're horses, though,
You can push a horse for a day.
Alright, so I guess that makes sense.
Mitch with the horse facts.
Yeah. The 15-inch horse cock.
Mitch,
however that
the
goes.
horse boy. The horse knowledge.
He's the horse boy.
Nope. It's
don't
Mitch now.
Don't say it. They know my first name. That's all they need to know.
Yeah.
But
Last
then,
you heard it here first. Last name Horse.
Yeah.
First name Trev.
Last name a horse cock.
no, it's long cock. There you go. Solid 2-inch. What's up?
To imsure? What the hell's an imsure?
I made up a new measurement. That's how fucking thick it is. But
I want to know how
afterwards,
long it is. Show us.
Careful with that motion, dude. So then Armin and Gabby catch up, and then Connie gets desperate and then just kind of starts crawling up the ladder with Falco. Falco doesn't know that he's the Jaw Titan now, even though Gabby's like, just do it.
Yeah, just
use
she's
the
like,
ability you've never used before.
she's like, just transform me. He's like, well, what about Giard or Porco? What the fuck his name is? Porky Pie. What is his name?
I think you're right.
Gordo.
I think it's both.
Porco and Giard. How do you pronounce it?
Gilliard or some shit.
Dead bitch.
However,
That's why I care about him.
I think that's the right way to say it. You just gotta say his name like that every
Gallardo.
Well, he's fucking dead.
He died,
And
sadly.
Falco's like, "What about
Spoilers,
him?"
even though that was on the last podcast, I think.
What was his
No,
brother's
that was
name?
like 2 podcasts ago. Jesus F, dude.
What was his brother's name?
Porco.
Colt.
Colt.
No, not Falco's brother.
Yeah, Falco's brother.
Oh, it's Colt. Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about Gallardo's
Marco,
brother.
then.
Marco. No.
Was it?
It was.
I didn't even know he had a brother.
It was
Yeah,
something with
brother.
an M.
Well, that's who died.
Marcus, I think, right?
Something with an M,
Maybe it was
dude.
Marco.
Mikasa.
No, because
Dead bitch number 2. Dead brother number 2. There you go.
Mikasa.
The
Yeah.
girls?
Mikasa Tsukasa.
Mm-hmm.
That was Marco.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's not what we're talking.
Holy shit.
We're talking about pork.
On
Gallardo's
this episode,
brother.
I didn't even know
this
he had a brother.
episode,
He's the one that Ymir ate.
Oh, nice.
yeah, and
You
then
know who the fuck
Reiner.
Ymir is?
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
Do you know which
Remember his name?
one?
Yes. I mean, I don't remember the name. I remember who Ymir is.
Do you remember the name of Gallardo's brother?
No, that's why I'm saying I didn't even know he had a fucking brother.
We're derailing so fast.
Alright, so then Armin, showing that how serious he is to save Falco's life, is
Turns into a
that
gymnast.
huh?
He turns into a gymnast and just bounces
Thank
over
your
the...
sub.
No, we're doing a podcast right now.
Why can't we see it on the mini feed?
You can.
No, I don't.
That's a Sir Royce.
Yeah, it's a rice.
No, it's on the top left. It says right there.
Why isn't it showing up on the mini?
That's your brother.
Yeah, I know it's my brother.
At tier 1? Wow.
Oh my
Not even
god.
a tier 3 sub. You get no.
Yeah, the funny thing is, he's like
No
my
bonus
my
emotes.
notifications aren't up when we're doing the podcast because I don't really like talking to chat when we're doing the podcast unless someone brings up like a really good point. So yeah, suck it. So then
He helps with the outros. Be nice.
what happened now?
Armin's like,
Well,
you know what?
Armin-
Armin's like, fuck it, I'm gonna kill myself.
Yeah, so Armin wanting to show
Sacrifice.
that he's serious about saving Falco, he jumps off the ladder or off the scaffolding of the roof to.
Scaffolding.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Mm-hmm.
Just edit the words correctly. So then we see Armin jumping into the mouth of Connie's ma'am.
Connie's mom.
Connie's ma'am. And then Connie jumping in last second to save Armin, and then Connie's like, you know what? I was kind of a douche,
That just shows how desperate Armin is to save an innocent. Like how I don't know if desperate is the right word, but how determined he is not to let Connie stray down that path of evil. He's like, if you really want your mom back to life, fine, I will give her the Colossal Titan, and you save this kid.
At this point, has Armin and them met up with Hanji yet, or no?
Nope.
Nope, it's after this.
Because my first thought too was like, well, Armin knows that he needs the Marlians on their side. So losing Falco would not only make Gabby turn on them, but Reiner would probably turn on them as well. So then they would lose out on both the... Well, they wouldn't lose out on the jaw because Connie's ma'am would be it. But then they would lose Reiner, potentially Annie, if they're already assuming that Annie is already back in the mix because the whole hardening thing.
The way I viewed that scene with Connie and Falco and Armin is that Armin wasn't doing a strategic move. He said,
I don't forgive them.
He was like, I don't care if I... Because before this, he had that mental breakdown with Mikasa where he was like, I don't care anymore. I don't know what to do. I'm just going to do whatever when I get there, I'm just going to figure it out. I'm going to do whatever I want. I think Armin was finally like, you know what? I don't care. I don't want this innocent kid to die. I don't care about Eren. I don't care about Marley. This kid is the only thing that matters to me right now. And he's like, I'm going to kill myself so this kid survives. I don't think he was thinking about any of the...
My only counter to that is that you remember that, well, you just brought it up, the whole him being desperate scene with Mikasa. I feel like Armin is desperate to prove himself because they chose his life over Erwin's. So he's probably had that on his back for all these years, pretty much. So then,
I just think he's
so
desperate.
wait, hold up.
Okay.
So before Armin does that whole rash thing, he thinks of Erwin. So, he's in this moment, I have to do something drastic, and I need to, prove that I'm able to make these big decisions. So, him sacrificing himself.
For me, there was a glare on your phone screen.
I'm sorry you're inconvenienced, Josh.
I was. Then keep it on the couch, the casting couch, bro.
No, let's have it look right at Josh. You read it. What does it say?
I can't see that.
The numbers, Mason. What do
can't
they mean?
read. I can't fucking read.
I'm legally blonde. So
That's that guy, not you.
yeah, so I just thought as Armin was desperate enough, or he just wants to really prove that he was the right choice, or he wants to get to that level of Erwin.
I don't see it that way. I see Armin just not giving up. Like, I don't think Armin was thinking about anything in that moment but saving Falco. Like, I don't think he was thinking about proving himself to be Erwin. I don't think he was thinking about Aaron or Marley. I think it was just, I need to save this kid, no matter what. That was it.
Yeah, and I guess that makes sense, but at the same time, it really doesn't explain why Erwin flashed in his head before he did it.
I think he realizes that's what Erwin would do.
Either that, or maybe he realized that Erwin would probably have a different answer, and this is the best he can come to.
Yeah.
I mean,
Maybe.
I don't think
I
Armin
mentioned
would
you when I said
be
maybe.
very far off from like feeling so desperate and lost in this situation that he'd be okay dying, and so it would have worked out anyway. Like, he would win, he would save Falco, or I guess die trying. He'd be happy regardless. So I think it was
you would have to deal with all the shit that's happening in the world anymore.
right. So I think
That's
it'd be
where
a
that
win-win
foot's
for
rubbing,
him.
bro.
Well, I'm watching.
You guys are gonna get like a nice like pop of his foot or something.
No, but this
Yeah.
Armin, this
They got paid
Armin,
for that.
this Armin Connie scene was my favorite scene in these two episodes.
With him jumping in to save it. Wow. Well,
I
because
didn't know that the ODM gear can make him go that fast though.
yeah,
He just
yeah, no,
like in
no,
a split second. Like that
no,
was
that's
really fast.
no, that's I think that's accurate. Because like imagine you have to go really fast on those goddamn things, and you could probably adjust how much like air pressure you're
Yeah.
putting out. So yeah, it could probably boost you hard enough, even though it's probably not realistic at all, anyways. You know.
Well, there's giant titans eating. Yeah, of course not realistic.
He would have had to find a place to latch on his hooks.
Titans aren't real.
He would have had to go
I
Like,
thought this was a real
Titans
story.
aren't
release enough of his little
Ran the
like,
stream.
rope.
Ran this
Dude, I don't
podcast.
know.
All right, roll the outro. I'm not putting a bid in either, so just I'm not doing it. I'm not putting future Trav through that. He doesn't want to do it. You could thank me later. But then, what happens next? So they just kind of cut back
Well,
into the
they
town,
We
pretty
get that
much-
short scene of Gabby telling Colt, or not Colt, Falco what happened to Colt.
and then Falco cries about it.
Yeah.
you know.
And then Connie's like, yeah, my mom wouldn't have wanted this anyways. If she turned into a Titan, she would have hated it, and she would have been miserable.
I
She
wanna
wanted me to be a
I
good,
wanna be a
upstanding soldier.
soldier.
Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, and then
Be
Connie just
proud
has
of.
a complete 180 flip. He's like, let's go save people.
Yep.
Little
And then we get-
I see it more as like, hey, you know, like as normal friends would be like, hey man, you're being kind of a douche right now. It's like, oh shit.
And then we get
Oh
Flash.
shit, you're right. All right, I'm gonna cool off.
Right.
And then
Yeah.
yeah, it just kind of brings
After-
it back to reality a little bit.
Yeah. After that, then it's like a flash forward. They're back home, and they have like these pies,
They're
right?
eating
They're-
pies.
Is that immediately after? I thought that.
Yeah.
I don't know what happens
It
next.
flashes-
That's what I thought happens next, but
Yeah,
that's what I
yeah.
think happens next.
Yeah.
I don't remember because these episodes I'm just kind of throwing on my
Isn't there a
brain.
scene with
What
Hans,
flavor was it?
Levi, Pete?
I think that happened right away in the beginning.
Hot
Because
flavor.
when they were
Hot
talking
flavor.
between Levi and Hanj, she was also like repairing that one like carriage thing. He's like, "Oh, you're not going to carry me on that, will you?" And she's like, "Well, I was." And then
What
it
about-
like flashes forward to them meeting up with the commander and Peak.
So the scene where Levi's like, "You can shoot me if you want,"
Yeah,
happened in the beginning.
I think so.
Okay.
It
I
could
think so.
it could have shifted to a scene too where Floch was like given like a speech
no,
to all the
It
Jaegerists.
switched to the Mikasa scarf scene. Where she
Oh,
stole the
with
scarf
the-
from that dying girl. I was like, Mikasa, what the? Just let her die with the scarf, bro.
She wants
Yeah,
the
I thought
scarf
I
back.
thought that was
What
the
do you
most
mean?
random scene though.
Who is that girl, by the way? I have no idea who that
I
girl
forgot
is.
who she was.
It's someone that I guess had
I-
a crush on Mikasa.
All that I
idolized
took
her.
from the note, like the notes of the speech, is that she was like a new member of the Scouts, and she looked up to Mikasa. And Mikasa has no idea who the fuck she is.
Is that the girl that Mikasa saved in
Yeah.
season 1 when that was running in the? Remember that scene?
Yeah.
And
There you
Mikasa
go.
saved. I think that was that girl.
Or maybe where she like stopped that selfish businessman from
That's
covering up
the
the
scene,
tunnel.
that's the
That's
scene.
it. Okay. So, Yeah, I mean, she's kind of a forgettable character, I guess, because not even Mikasa gives a shit about her.
Mikasa's just like, ugh.
Like,
Or
she
no,
wants to be like Mikasa, so she would think the scarf helps, I guess.
That girl's just like, oh, too bad I won't be able to see this world Aaron's gonna build. I'm gonna die soon because, like, give me the fucking scarf.
The funniest thing too is that without that girl, the scarf wouldn't even exist because Aaron would have destroyed it.
Yeah.
Right.
Aaron's like, I want to destroy the scarf. She convinced Aaron not to. Someone, I don't understand. Who cares? It's fucking stupid.
It's just a
I guess
scarf, dude.
I guess the scarf is very symbolic towards Mikasa and Aaron's relationship, though. Because Mikasa went how many years without taking that goddamn thing
It's
off?
got a fucking steak, dude.
I mean, she probably jumps in the washer with that damn thing on, dude. She probably bathes it. Oh, okay, let's not get into that.
No,
But-
let's get into that.
Let's get into bathing Mikasa.
But
Describe it for me.
nope. Ask Gene
Start-
that.
start
he,
with the
he would love to.
scarf.
He would love to fucking say that. But then, yeah, dying girl in the bed. She's pretty much boned. Whatever. Bye bye.
She is dying.
Bye.
It was even funnier to me because the girl was like pretty much sharing her dying wishes, and having a moment. Mikasa just keeps walking. She just walks away.
Yeah, she's
Poor
just
girl,
like,
dude.
I'm not gonna hear your last words, dude. Bitch, you touch my scarf. Die. Suffer.
But
So
after
bad.
that is that when it cuts to
Well,
like
it
the
could have
times.
it could have been either the pie scene or like the
Oh, yeah.
whole flow speech shit, but it really doesn't matter.
I think the flow
Ultimately,
thing happens after.
yeah.
After the
All the flow stuff happens at the same time.
It happens right at the end.
Okay, so then next
Because
is the
that's the
pie
thing.
scene, which I think is. I get why it's there. Okay, it's supposed to like show Annie in a different light, and it's supposed to be kind of like that anime like funny moment, like holy shit, this super like cold and like
There
You know.
there should be no comedy right now.
where she's like choking down pie. Like I get why it's there, but I don't understand. Like that's how they meet up with Annie.
It was so weird.
I
Yeah.
I didn't
It was the
realize
most
it until like
random.
today because like the next time we see those guys together, they're like kicking Reiner awake, and it's like wait,
Yeah, that's it.
they're already
Well-
met up.
well,
Well,
and-
they're in the carts together before
Well,
you know.
Fucking Annie's just like, thanks for saving me, Hitch, but I'm out.
Yeah, she just no.
Thanks for talking to me for 4 years, but I don't like you anymore.
Well, you'd think like their reunion would be like more like dramatic than.
Emotional,
Well,
yeah.
yeah, it'd be like, what the fuck? It's Annie. Holy shit! But no, they just look to their, right, and there's Annie just scarfing down a pie, and they're like, oh shit!
And then Connie starts
And then
laughing.
Armin's like, don't make fun of her, being a complete Homer Simpson,
Doesn't-
and
isn't
then
he in
Connie's
trouble?
laughing,
Yeah, he
and then
was,
Connie's just laughing at her. I'm like, that's not the right reaction to have. You
So-
should be like,
Yeah, of all the-
Annie, you bitch! You know how many of my friends you killed? You know how many
Yeah.
innocent people you killed?
Well,
And it's like, here she is scarfing down pie. It's like,
Well,
what are we doing?
Armin is a Simpson for her.
Yeah, Homer Simpson. Yeah.
But okay, does he love her because of him, or does he love her because of Bertolt's memories?
It could be a mixture of both.
I mean, I think it's a mixture of both. Yeah.
I thought he had feelings for her before he.
I think he did, but
married her.
That's
I
why I'm
think
saying,
Bertolt's memories amplified the feelings.
Well, that's why I'm saying it's a mixture, because if it goes either way, I'm still right.
Yeah.
Drink that.
Or if it goes either way, you're still wrong.
Don't slap it.
Oh, that's
So then,
Let's
yeah.
get 5 gifted subs to see Trav get slapped.
5 gifted, and I'll punch Trav in the face.
We'll put it on TikTok and start a fucking cringy compilation. So yeah, I didn't like that scene because it just blows my mind that that's how they meet up after
years.
all this time.
Yeah.
Is it even 4 years? Because
Yeah.
that happened in season 1.
It's 4 years.
She
said something.
Because season 1 to 3 is like probably 6-7 months,
Okay,
and then timeskip is 4 years. So
that's so dumb. I don't like it.
I think she said that in
I don't like it,
her
'cause,
note to,
like,
Hitch.
Hitch. She said
Thanks for
something.
talking to me for the last 4 years.
Yeah.
It's I don't know. What'd you guys think of the pie scene?
I think it was fucking stupid how that's how they finally met. That's how Armin finally met Annie again. And I don't think right now in the story there is space for comedy, like dumb anime comedy like that.
I didn't think it connected very well because right before they realized it was Annie next to them, Armin was like, yeah, it's not a stretch to think that Annie's hardening would wear off. And then all of a sudden it's just like this random girl just stuffing her face with pie. Oh, wouldn't you look at that? It's Annie here. Longer hair. And then Connie just fucking loses it.
Also, I don't understand why wouldn't they just bring Hitch with?
I don't know.
Like,
Well, Hitch wasn't there. I don't think Annie said. Well, she was not at the table.
Maybe
I
Annie
know,
didn't.
but why isn't Annie like, wait, Hitch is here too?
Well, maybe Annie didn't want to involve Hitch anymore.
I think it's what's
protect
happening.
her.
Protect Hitch?
Yeah.
Okay.
Could be
Maybe
that.
like what's happening
Or maybe
is bigger than
or maybe-
that character.
Well, or maybe Annie understood that Hitch
Wait,
would either
no.
not add anything or
Hitch
she
is
wouldn't come along.
Hitch is a Jaegerist, isn't she?
I don't know. All I know is that she's from the.
MPs.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure she's a
Or
Jaegerist.
at least that she's the MPs, yeah.
Yeah.
Annie was definitely like making her do that, like get her
Maybe
sitting
she's-
against her will.
Maybe
kinda.
she's not a Jaegerist. I don't know. But
Could go either way, honestly, but maybe that's just to protect Hitch, or just maybe Annie doesn't like Hitch anymore.
My other thoughts on
Um,
that scene: those pies looked fucking good.
yeah, they did.
I wanted to just hold it just like how they were holding it, and just. That's just ignore the fact that Josh is changing right behind us.
Tight. Holy.
It's 'cause you're
tight.
wearing
That's
a shirt
That's
under
a
it, dude.
2X.
Josh,
I'm pretty
It's
sure.
because you're, dude. It's because you're,
That's what it says.
it's because you're ripped, dude. What do you mean?
Size 2X?
See, Josh is shredded. That's why it's tight.
Josh,
Doesn't look bad. So.
it'd be different if you were wearing just like a t-shirt under there, though.
Maybe slightly, but
No, not slightly. That button-up is way thicker.
Extra thick.
Enough.
16.
Okay.
Enough to bump it up to a 2X.
Pump up the jam.
Pump it up, slap it down. So yeah.
That's good material.
Yeah.
So Josh, opinion on the pie scene? Because I think that was kind of an important scene.
Yeah,
Kinda
it's
talk
probably
about.
arguably the most important one. That's why it was Mitch's
Well,
favorite
aside
episode.
from
What's my
what-
favorite episode? You cunt.
what's his name? John?
Jean.
Gene?
John.
Jean.
Jean.
Okay.
Jean. Jimmy Joe. Jimmy.
Okay.
Jimmy and John
Johns.
Cook.
Jimmy
Okay.
Johns.
Yeah. Aside from Gene's decision at the end of this episode,
Jean
I would
is what
say.
you're wearing.
Yeah.
It's Jean.
You know what? I'm saying calling it Gene now. You all suck it. Jimmy's mom.
Jimmy's mom.
So, yeah.
I don't know
My
what.
recap is that all the pies were pie flavored.
Well, I would argue the most important scene in this episode was the fact that Falco didn't die.
I mean, I think it was pretty ancillary to the pie part, but
I don't know. I feel like, yeah. I like the whole reunion a little bit more. Well,
You
I
liked the reunion more?
No.
I just liked the pie.
because I had more gripes with the pie scene. That's why I think it's more important.
Okay.
Because that's how they meet up, bro. It's stupid. Am I crazy?
So-
Like,
so-
I already knew, like, without even knowing what happens, because I had no idea what was going to happen in the scene. For with the Armin and shit. Like, I was not surprised by the outcome, you know? Because really, Connie's mom's going to become the fucking Jaw Titan.
Yeah, but I was,
you know?
I was,
You feel me?
I was surprised.
Stupid.
I wasn't surprised by the outcome, but I was surprised by the way they got to the outcome.
Don't do it.
Armin about to sacrifice himself? I did not think that was going to happen.
Yeah, well, I was more
I
mad
was-
at the Handy's meat.
Armin was like, you know what? I'm going to be a Sigma male. I'm just going to...
I just thought that freaking Gabby would pull out that artillery
That
fucking cannon.
anti-tank.
Yeah,
Another
360
one.
no scope Connie.
Another one.
Whatever.
Wow, wow.
We lose another inconsequential character because Connie doesn't do shit.
Connie's not important at all.
Yeah.
I thought they only put this in just to give Connie something to do in this last season.
Well, and yeah, it sucks. So sorry, Connie.
I would-
Bye bye.
Sorry, not sorry.
Who would you rather have
Hey.
left than Sasha or Connie? Because they both were kind
I
of
couldn't
just
give a
like.
shit either way.
No, I think Sasha was a little bit more emotional because I think she was more liked
Bro,
than
her
Connie.
last word was meat.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
she
know her from
was a
Potato
connoisseur.
Girl from the first season. You know, she always does like funny food skits and stuff. So
was
she
one of
definitely
the
had a,
ones.
I don't want to say more fleshed out character, but she's definitely had
'cause
more
they-
screen time than
They
Connie.
both had zero, like, character.
Well, I guess Sasha did like defend the girl in the village with a bow.
I think
against
we
a
got
Titan,
character depth
so-
for Sasha after she died, unfortunately, because that's when we learned way
I
more
think
about
I
her
think it was
background.
there. I think she was a good character, and you could definitely tell where her morals lied. She wanted to protect innocent people, even at the amount of her own life, pretty much. Connie was just there as an extra body for the scouts.
And in the earlier seasons, Connie was that comedic, like, interjection every once in a while, too.
Yeah.
Well, they both
Well, they
were,
both were,
really.
yeah.
And
Sasha
then
was always
the-
munching on that potato.
The best character in that trio is by far Jean. Like, it's not even close.
Yeah, because he just turns into unwanted. Well, he didn't want to be a leader figure, but because of all the shit that went down.
He wanted to be a leader when leading was convenient, but he turned into a leader when leading is hard.
It's kind of like
because of the situation, he had to kind of step up.
It's kind of like Paradise Island's Reiner, almost. Like they were both kind of like the figurehead of their group or leader.
So John actually does shit. Reiner just wallows in his own self-pity.
The one does it way better, of course.
I like
he has less powers than Reiner.
Yeah.
It's kind of ironic.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Reiner's really good at losing. That's his best character trait, in my opinion.
Yeah. He even loses in these episodes.
Yeah.
Because his ass.
I can't remember how this episode ends or like.
It ends with then we go to Floch giving like his whole speech to the Jaegerists, and then we see that Mikasa's a little bit reserved reserved against staying with the Jaegerists. So at the end, we're about to see Yelena and
Onyakapon.
Onyokapon.
Don't say Oreo. Never mind.
Never mind.
Canceled.
Cut it.
Yeah, we're gonna have like a long ass bleep for the next 5 minutes.
I'm gonna make a tweet longer about that.
I apologize for my actions. That's like a
tweet. So at Twitter you can only post 140 characters, but there's a thing called a tweet longer where you can post like an essay to like.
It's pretty much
people do it for.
It's like a blog post, pretty much.
People do it for their apologies.
It's pretty much their pedestal to apologize for really crazy shit, I guess.
Okay, so Onyakapon and Yelena are gonna get.
We're about to get executed, but Floch. But yeah, he kind of got shafted with all this shit.
I don't freaking know why he's even being targeted. It's so stupid.
Because he's from Marley.
No, he's not from Marley.
Or he's from a neighboring nation.
He's from an enemy of Marley, and the reason he was with the Zeke, the people that were for Zeke, is because he thought they would help them attack Marley to save his homeland. But now that Aaron's doing the rumbling, he's like, I just helped my homeland get destroyed. So he's like, I don't
all
care
his
if I die.
family and shit's gonna die now. Yeah. So
I felt so
he's
bad
like,
for
you
him.
really gonna ask me that question, dude?
Yeah.
So then Gene steps up and he fires a couple.
I guess.
Couple of shots next to him.
Floch was pretty much trying to rile up Yelena, and she's like, "Are you gonna shoot me?" He's like, "Wait, Onyakapon." And then he just then he has his moments, and
you can see the crowd of like Jaegerists like going like,
yeah, shoot that bitch, shoot her,
yell some obscenities at her.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh,
what? I didn't hear anything. And then
I can't say whore on Twitch.
Probably not.
I don't know, man. But then he looks at
just say it like whore.
So then Onyakapon.
Why do you think I say Homer Simpson?
I know about that word.
So then Onion looks at John. So Onion peels back a layer and we see some emotion finally. But he looks back at John. He's like, "Aren't you gonna do anything about this?" He's like, "Yeah." Bang, 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 bang.
Bitch, you thought.
You should guess it.
Yeah, did like 4 shots next to Onyokapo.
Yeah, and then Onion looks at him. He's like, "You missed me."
And then Floch is like, "Oi, what's the big idea?" And then you have waifu Pig come in for the grab.
You have the finger crawl back. Over
Finger comes in and eats up Yelena, Jean, and Onyokapo.
Yeah.
And then we cut to a scene with him in the river, and it turns out Jean's whole decision was to follow his friends and try to save the world from this giant massacre now.
I really liked Floch or Flock, whatever his name is, because I was rooting.
I could be wrong.
I was rooting for him because of that meme where he's that 1% of bacteria the wipe won't kill, because he survived the Beast Titan, he survived the rumbling. But this episode, after we heard the shots, I was like, please have John just shot him in the head. I was so annoyed with him in this episode. I was like, just
I
John,
actually like
kill him.
Floch, to be honest, because it's like, he just adds something different.
Well,
because he was never like in with like their scout posse. He was the one that brought Erwin in. He's like, no, y'all bitches.
He's like the next generation.
Which is why I think Aaron chose him. But I was thinking while I was watching, do you think he's actually following Aaron's plan? Do you think he's acting on his own accord, and Aaron's like probably gonna be pissed if he ever finds out? Like, do you
he
think
could be taking advantage of it?
Do you think he's just acting on his own accord in the name of Aaron, or do you think he's actually doing what Aaron told him to do?
I feel like he's acting more on his own.
I think he's acting on his own accord too.
I don't know. I think he definitely started by following Aaron's vision and stuff, but he is like one of those idealists or whatever that kind of lose their path because of some kind of altered belief in their idol, like Aaron. So yeah, long and short of it is started, but
or the way I saw it, I thought I was like he's like Aaron chose me, so that means I can do whatever I want now. And Aaron, like, I feel like,
that's not that makes sense.
Yeah.
Well, and plus he's putting himself in a position of power too, because now it's pretty much up for grabs now, you know. Like, Aaron told me this, you know, now everyone listen to me, you know. And the only one that could prove him wrong is Aaron, but he's on his way on this giant fucking rumbling thing, so, you know, he can probably twist the minds of all the Jaegerists in his own kind of will, I guess. But, yeah, episodes ends with Jean and all of them kind of grouped up, and Mikasa, Connie, and Annie and all of them meet up with Reiner.
That's how I thought. Yeah, it ended. Like they kicked
it,
Reiner away.
It ends with them proclaiming that, "Get up!
Get up!
We're about to save the world.
Get up and give up."
Get the F up, samurai."
Yeah, they kick Reiner away. He's always getting kicked while he's down.
He's still losing even when he sleeps.
My boy can bully.
And then he gets up. Who's there? And then you have the Avengers show up.
Yeah, pretty much.
Little
They say they're gonna save the world, and I'm looking at it, I'm like, how the fuck are you gonna stop
How are you
this
gonna
shit,
stop, like,
bro?
1,000
There's
clowns on
no
Titans?
shot.
I love the person that said that too.
I think it was Connie.
Yeah, it was fucking Connie.
Yeah, out of all the people, the one without any Titan powers, or like any, well,
Leadership qualities.
he does have skill with the gear. You know, he's probably better than a
But
lot
he's
of
probably
these
the
recruits.
out of that group, he's probably the least skilled with the gear.
Yeah,
So
probably.
besides
That's-
obviously Gabby and Falco.
I would imagine Reiner would suck with it now, though. It's probably been.
Reiner doesn't need it.
I know, but I'm just
You think
saying.
Connie's better than Armin with the gear?
Nah.
I don't think. Yeah, I don't think.
No,
Armin's better.
no. I think Armin's
I
better.
think Armin's way better.
Yeah.
And Armin's the Colossal Titan. And
Well, that's
Armin's
what
a
I'm saying.
genius.
Is like he's.
Yeah, but how many times has Armin become the Colossal Titan?
Only when
Once.
he has to take out an entire port and people.
Yeah, so he probably has way more experience with the gear
I wonder how
than
many
Connie.
times he's actually shifted. Is
I
it
don't
just that one time?
understand why they saved Yelena.
Maybe
also.
because
It
who
was-
was that?
Well, aside from them saying, "Hey, Yelena has to be saved," like Peak and the commander saying that, like why specifically?
Yeah.
Is there some kind of relationship between her and the commander?
Well, we find out in this next episode that she's Marleyan,
Right.
and but I don't understand, like, because they're interrogating her, trying to, like, I don't understand the reason why they had to save her and just let her die. If they're like, do they need her for anything? Like,
I don't know. Potentially just a bargaining chip. I don't know.
to who? Aaron doesn't give a shit about her.
It's the only thing I can think of, dude.
I mean, unless Zeke, they think maybe Zeke has some control still.
Nah, I don't know, man. I think she's just kind of there now, and I don't know why they're dragging her along.
Man,
Maybe,
I liked her in
maybe
episode
the
84,
more
but-
people, the better in their little Avengers group to save the world, pretty much.
I liked her in 84, but
Yeah, she was pretty much just, well, they all sat around the campfire and sung their campfire song, and Yelena was just kind of spitting facts at everyone, like, yeah, Reiner, you're a bitch for killing Marco,
well, how many people did you kill when you brought down the wall?
Yeah, Armin, you pretty much blew up a bunch of innocent people
basically blew up
in
the
Marley.
city.
Quick side note. Do we ever know that the Cart Titan can stay a Cart Titan for a month?
Yeah, for longer.
Yeah.
Because
For more than a month?
season 2 to 3.
Part one, like, even of this final season, they're like, that's why she's crawling around, because she's so used to being the Cart Titan.
Sure.
That's
okay.
why she crawls around,
Well, yeah,
because she's more used to it.
I think from season 2, when we first see the Cart Titan, to season 4, when that war's over and they finally get out of their Titan forms, I think she said she was in the Cart Titan form for like 6 months.
Wow.
Yeah, so she can stay in her form for a very long time.
Is that like her unique
Yeah.
trait then?
Yeah.
She has endurance, I guess. Yeah. Just she doesn't really have too much strength though. I guess she kind of is fast though.
Everyone in the 9 though can do that thing where they come out of their nape, right, and are still controlling their Titan like she does all the time. They can do that.
Yeah, I don't know.
Aaron's done that before, right?
I don't think so. That might be the reason why she can maintain that form for very long, because she doesn't have to abandon.
Yeah, I think Waifu Finger is like the only person that has shown that you can do that, because the only times I've seen Aaron stick out of his Titan, he doesn't have any form because the Warhammer Titan was about to smash him. You know, it's usually when like the Titan's is kind of done for and they need to get out.
Yeah.
So we haven't seen anyone else do that before. So, yeah, Waifu Finger is the only one that we've seen that with. It's like driving a car with the door open, pretty much.
Yeah. Stick your head out the window and keep driving.
I can believe that.
What?
I don't know why you're laughing. I didn't say a joke. I was making an analogy.
Good word.
So if you didn't hear that, I just cracked my arm.
Alright, what happened?
Well, they just sat around the campfire, and then, yeah,
What were they
Yelena was
eating?
just eating some potato stew.
Why the hell was that the freaking mid episode card thing?
The stew.
Oh yeah, I was so pissed when I saw that. I like.
We need a
oh, nice,
description.
finally
We
get
gotta
to
know
read
what's
it.
in it.
Hanji's special stew. There's potatoes to fill people up. All right.
In memory of
Sounds good.
Sasha. You know that
I liked Hanj a lot in the campfire scene because she was just like kind of trying to break the tension the entire time. Just, who wants seconds?
Well,
But
she,
she also threw
she
shade at the
understands
commander,
like
too,
how
which I thought was
important
really cool.
she understands how important this alliance is.
Yeah.
Like that's like really their big
Well,
chance.
we have to talk about the scene with her,
The old-
Jean and Mikasa. The reason Jean decided to come out of his room.
Yeah. Remember at the end of the last episode, Jean was like, "I should have just stayed huddled up in the
Yeah, in this
my ball."
in
with
this
the-"
episode 84, that's what
The start
they
of
kind of
this
start with.
episode,
So, I mean, he just keeps telling himself he envisions a future where him and Mikasa get together, and he just kind of sipping the most expensive liquor. But then he's just like, just ignore Hanji, because she's like knocking at his window saying like, "Hey, meet up with me. Hey, meet up."
Yeah, how did it not wake up anyone else?
I know. Yeah.
Hey,
I don't know,
hey,
stone
you
walls,
up?
I don't know.
You up?
wait.
You up?
So, this is like the window where Hanj is, and then you have Jean like flushed against the wall, like right under it. I don't know how the hell she can even see in there.
Yeah, and how does she know he's awake?
She's saying you up. Everybody knows you start with you up.
I mean,
But then
with
she's
everything
like,
that's happened, she probably understands
maybe-
But then
it'd be hard to
she's
sleep.
like, you up? And she doesn't wait for an answer. She's like, hey, meet me outside. It's like, wait, what?
Maybe Mikasa told her. Maybe like they met before, and she's like, "Hey, yeah, Jean is here."
I don't know.
He's
Maybe
gonna be
Hanji
directly
just,
under the window.
Maybe Hanji just understands like her, troops. It's like I'm pretty sure Jean would be pretty torn up right now, so
Maybe
he's
she's
probably
like-
having trouble sleeping because he has to make a big decision. Now I'm
Maybe
just gonna make
under-
his life way more complicated.
I mean, maybe under that eye patch she has a Byakugan.
I don't know what that means.
I like it.
I don't like talking about
A
Inuyasha.
Bakugan?
Byakugan.
A Bakugan? The little dinosaur things that you roll out? The Bakugan?
Bakugan, roll. Bakugan, stand.
Yeah, Bakugan.
Or that. Well, you gotta sell toys somehow. Attack on Titan should do that.
Bakugan.
Bakugan.
Yeah, I remember having one of those in elementary school, and I thought the way you get them to actually come out is by saying it. And I was just an idiot.
Ma'am, it's not working.
Fun aside, me mentioning that, I've looked at like some of the Funko Pops and like they do not look super cool to me. But
What, the Bakugan or the Attack on Titan one?
the Attack on Titan,
Okay.
like looking at an armored Titan, older Reiner Funko Pop, I'm like, ooh.
So, during the campfire, it's pretty much John and Greg Marcus,
Well, so
kind of
pretty
get
much-
into a scuffle.
Fine.
but pretty much
Who the
Hanj.
fuck is Greg Marcus?
The one dude from Marley, the general guy.
Oh, why do you call him Greg Marcus?
Because
his
it's
name starts with an M,
funny.
right?
Commander
Wait.
Marcus.
There you go.
It's
Sounds
funny.
like
It's
Marcus. There you
interesting
go.
what happened with the Hanj.
And the bit.
No, we're not talking about that conversation at all.
No.
Well, what happened?
I
I
mean-
mean, here. I don't fucking know.
The reason that Hanj wants to stop Eren is because she
Genocide.
She doesn't want to stop Aaron.
It's not the genocide's not the answer.
She said genocide. She's like, I don't care who it is or what it is or if the person committing it is trying to help us. Genocide is never the
Well,
answer.
G brings up a lot of good points. It's like, God, if you guys just would have done something instead of dragging your heels, Aaron wouldn't be forced to do this kind of drastic measures. Even though Hanji like agrees, she doesn't want to justify genocide at all. Which I guess it's just, you know, she doesn't have an answer.
Aaron's not. The genocide should not. This is not the term. This is not the action of genocide. This is like the action. We need to create a new term for what Aaron's doing. Like wipe out all of human race besides like a couple thousand people. That's not genocide. That's just like
You could say that Aaron's racist.
he is racist. 100% he's racist.
We can cancel him on Twitter, I think.
Yeah.
That's how they're gonna stop him. They're gonna cancel him on Twitter.
Yeah, Connie's gonna do something. He's like, "Hey, bro,
He's gonna
one
lose
more
his.
stop.
He's gonna lose his ability to
One more
fly
stop."
and just fall to the ground.
Pull up his Twitter
I know how we
handle.
can save the world. Twitter canceled.
I mean, I'm pretty sure that's a lot of people
Twitter
think on
takes-
Twitter, but okay. Okay, but
So Hanji's like, you gotta pop
that's the
four
thing that kind of
times.
annoys me about that conversation because Hanji still doesn't bring up an answer to it. She just wants to stop the problem.
Yeah, how
She has no solution what happens afterwards because even if they stop the rumbling, the Paradise is probably still gonna fall then.
Well, yeah, because
then the whole world's gonna be like, oh,
that's what
fuck
John
this.
asked. John's like, well, then what happens when we stop Aaron and then everyone's so mad at us for the rumbling? And she's like, well, the rumbling, they'll be so scared of the rumbling, they'll give us like a couple of years to figure it out. And John's like, well, it's not gonna matter. We're still gonna die anyways. So he's like, why not just listen to Aaron and let Aaron do his thing? But
Why don't we just, close our eyes and then all our enemies are wiped out? you know?
something else
If I can't see you, you can't see me.
Yeah. I don't see the genocide happening.
They also are like, let's go stop Aaron. Bitch, how the fuck do you intend to stop Aaron? We found out later that their intentions is just to go fucking talk to him. Excuse me? And you go talk to that giant whale?
Well, and then Annie brings that up too in the campfire. It's like, are you two willing to kill Aaron? And she's talking to Armin and Mikasa, and there's like, no, we're gonna talk to him. And he's like, bitch, you want to square up? Mika's like, I'll take you on any day.
Right.
And then Annie, like 2 seconds later, is like, you know what? We shouldn't fight. Mikasa's like, I agree. And then that's the end of that. I'm like, God, can we do something, please?
What was the significance of this? Stop.
Yeah,
Get some help.
What was her showing her hand to Mikasa about?
I don't know. She wanted to show off the bling. I don't know. Maybe it was on her
the
hand.
ring where she was able to just
Well,
transform
that was she was doing that, and then she stopped it, and she put a blade away, and then she just put up her bare hand.
to just tell her to stop. I
This
guess.
is my-
I don't know.
She was like,
This is my
you
safety
see my
square.
hand? We should not be fighting right now.
I'm super ethereal about this.
What?
And they're just chowing down on stew, and then
More
we get a disagreement between Jean and Greg Marcus.
Well, the part about the Jean, Mikasa, and Hanj scene conversation I want to talk about the most is Jean's like push to actually help her is when he pictures Marco.
Yeah.
Because he sees Marco and he sees everyone else. I'm gonna fucking slap the fuck out of you, dude. Shut up! Shut the fuck
Let just
up.
be their own. This footage is not admissible in court. This cannot be seen as assault.
Oh.
That was a consensual slap, right, Yusuf?
It was hidden in the slurps.
Yes.
Just communicated slurp-wise.
Just put in some subtitles. Turn on the fucking closed captions, and I'm sure it'll pop up under there.
It's their secret language.
Yes.
I really like that scene where Jean's like contemplating and then Marco's ghost pops up and
Constipating.
like gives him a little nod.
Yeah.
That was cool.
Now, I don't know. Sometimes I just kind of forget about Marco, and then
You know that slurp was intentional, by the way, too.
I know.
Then why you keep making fun of
Was
it?
it intentional when you said constipating just now?
I said contemplating.
holy shit.
I'm pretty sure you said
Alright.
This is a pretty heavy mic, by the way.
constipating.
I'm gonna fucking beat the fuck out of you with this.
It wouldn't take long.
So, it's free real estate.
This is going to be the last podcast of this episode
It will be
podcast
the
because one
last
of us is
fucking
probably going to kill each other.
Podcast.
This is why we never do it in person, by the way. The podcast.
Alright, so what's next, goddammit? Next is the campfire you want to talk about, right?
John-
or unless there's something else you want to bring up.
John beating the shit out of Reiner. Wow, what a coincidence.
Did you guys already talk about
No, they had a...
Sean and the commander having an altercation?
Yeah, they just kind of... They had a
Maybe
disagreement on
making
views.
fucking dumb jokes, you would understand the conversation we're having.
I was listening the whole time.
No, you fucking were not.
Yeah.
We talked about the John Commander Margaret.
Yeah, I just said to repeat it because
well, I brought it
you
up
took us
and-
off course with the slab.
Yusuf is creating a bit for the intro, okay?
No,
He's
the-
putting in work right now.
No, the slab's going to be the bit. What do you mean?
Yeah,
That's
I'm
gold
the
right
only
there.
one that's ever making this.
There you go. Yeah.
But Trav makes the bits.
Wow. Cat's out of the bag on that one. Yeah, I edited it. Okay. But we had that dispute. We didn't really talk about the whole dispute between Gene and Greg Marcus. They pretty much just have completely different views on the Island of Paradise and just Eldians as a whole, pretty much. Gene's just like, why should we like be punished because of what our ancestors did, man? We're just trying to chill and just survive on this island from all the Titans that you guys send. And then Greg Marcus is like, yeah, but you guys are bad.
Well, he says that because of the 2,000 years of oppression that the Eldians had put the Marlians in before they left for paradise.
Was that a thing that we saw in the previous episode? Because I did not recall a thing about that.
Not the previous
I
episode.
thought the Marlians were always...
No, that was with like the
subjugating
Ymir shit.
No, like, because King Fritz was an Eldian.
Oh,
And
okay.
he took over, like, the world. Like, the Willie Tiber's speech talks about how...
I don't remember that speech.
I don't remember what the name of, like, the great hero is, but the great hero that united Marley and Eldia, and then Eldia went to paradise. And then they walled themselves off, and then Marley got control. Like, for 2,000 years, Eldia, the roles were reversed, which is what Margaret was saying. He's saying, why should we just let you guys trample our people when for 2,000 years before you guys moved to paradise, you guys oppressed us?
And it's just pretty much just a back and forth, though, because, like, then Gene's just like, well, because you guys keep fucking sending Titans, you know? It's like, what the fuck, man?
Well,
And now the whole world's just trying to kill us just for existing now.
it just shows that there are no such thing as good guys.
Yeah, it just kind of depends on your perspective of
Everything is perspective.
who you want to back up, pretty
Trav,
much.
if they're not good, what are they?
Yeah, they're not good. They're not good.
Setting you
Not
up.
good. They're bad. They're bad.
Good one. You really picked up on that one quick.
Yeah, they're bad. But yeah, and then Yelena pretty much spills the beans on how Marco dies to the hands of
How does she know that,
Anna.
by the way?
because I think Reiner talked about it with her.
Oh, really?
That's what I think she said. And then we got Yusuf blowing in the background.
I imagine that I imagine they can hear that on the webcams.
It's whatever.
Webcams, the mics. Jeez.
So then Yelena spills the beans about Marco's death and pretty much points the finger at Andy. But then Reiner kind of steps up and is just like, you know what? Because that was my order. And then Jean's just like, excuse me? Did my man have any last words, you know? We just never had a chance to talk, you know? And it's really sad.
It's horrible, yeah.
It was a really sad death with Marco because
such a good
because
character.
he was such a nice guy and he kind of supported Jean, and then you just see him pretty much just eaten in half, pretty much out of nowhere, and it's like, wow, that's how brutal the world of Attack on Titan is. But now we know that Reiner or Marco overhears a conversation between Bertolt and Reiner, so then Reiner commands Annie to take off his gear, and then they pretty much have him get killed by a Titan.
And then Reiner's bitch ass.
And then he just kept like,
He's like, while Marco was getting eaten, I felt so ashamed. I wanted it to stop. It's like, bitch, you could have fucking stopped it.
It
well,
would've
because
been
he didn't like, he was in this, he has like this weird phase, or I don't know what it is, where he like he just completely forgot what just happened. Like he has like two parts to him, like you know, the soldier Reiner, and then you have like the Marleyan Reiner.
Mm-hmm.
So then like the soldier guy's just like, what's happening
That's
to
my
Marco?
friend, yeah.
Why is Marco
Did we
getting eaten?
see that part? I can't remember
We
because it
saw
was a
it
long time
in
ago.
season 3.
Yeah. Yeah.
Season 3?
Mm-hmm. When Bertolt and Reiner are talking. Then we get a flashback of the scene.
Yeah, something like that. I don't know. We definitely seen Marco get eaten, and we also see Reiner's reaction to it. He's just kind of, summing it up for them. And Jean, is being somewhat calm about it at the start, but then Reiner just keeps saying, I couldn't believe it was happening. I just didn't want to believe that was happening. And then eventually Jean just lost it and just, spilled his stew and started beating the shit out of Reiner.
Beat the fuck out of it.
So-
Reiner did exactly what I do when somebody says to stop saying that I'm sorry, and I say, all right, I'm sorry.
I'm just so sorry, dude. And then, even when Reiner's chilling by the campfire with his friends, he still gets the shit. He keeps losing.
Well, they're not
He
his friends.
keeps losing.
No, they're the best friends of all time.
Not only any of them are his friends.
They're good friends.
The only one that would consider him
Gabby.
friend is probably Gabby and Falco.
Huh.
No, they're the best of friends, chilling out by the
Hey,
campfire
Gabby
by
got
each
beat
other.
up too.
Yeah. So then, best part, Gabby gets kicked.
Why do you hate her so much?
I don't
She's
hate
a good character.
Listen, I don't hate her as much now.
She's a good
Yeah,
Let me
character.
be fair. I don't hate her as much now because she's not being as irritating.
She's a good character.
So
But
I
she didn't
think
360 no scope anybody these two
Yeah,
episodes, which
so-
was a letdown.
She was a good character
Yeah.
last part.
she peaked
Last
with the
season
whole
too.
360
She
no
peaked with
scopes.
peak.
Yeah, with finger.
Oh?
Gabby's always been a good
No,
character.
shut up.
Mm.
She's Aaron's foil.
Yeah.
She's Aaron, but
Oh, that's what you mean by foil.
yeah, I mean
I don't
her,
know.
it says it rival, but it's she's Aaron, but
Rival.
she's Aaron
She-
with different
she's-
circumstances.
She's Aaron's Marleyan counterpart.
Yeah.
If Aaron was born and raised in that shit.
I was surprised when she was
Gabby is?
trying to
Yeah.
apologize and beg for help from Jean, and she didn't just say,
No.
"Psych, pull out that cherry gun on Jean."
Gabby.
Yeah.
Gabby is Aaron if Aaron were to have seen that Marleyans aren't all evil before his brain was already destroyed. Because if Gabby doesn't learn about the Island Devils not being all Island Devils, she goes down Aaron's path too.
Yeah, I guess pretty
So-
much. Yeah, she would have used the rumbling on the island or some shit.
Shut the fuck up.
What?
She can't use the rumbling.
It's from Marley.
She had a founding titan, bro.
Yeah, I'm just saying if the roles were reversed, she would
Yes,
destroy.
yes,
She would destroy
yes.
Paradise. So that's what
Okay.
I'm saying.
Okay, yeah.
Random side note: remember the part when Jean was like, "Yeah, I want my children to have a good future and my grandchildren, blah blah blah," and it shows him on the balcony with a wife and child.
It's Mikasa.
Mikasa,
He was
yeah.
Mikasa.
He's
right?
always had a crush on Mikasa.
Yeah.
Yeah, since season 1.
Yeah.
I just realized that when I was watching. I'm like, it's Mikasa, longer hair, but that's her.
Well, that's why. Well, that's what he liked about her when they first saw her, because that she had long hair when they were going into camp, and then the
Mhm.
only reason she cut it was because Aaron's like, "Cut this shit off, dude." She's like, "Okay."
Mm-hmm.
Well, he'll have a shot in 3 more years, is it, or something? When does
Aaron
Four
dies
more
in
years.
4 years.
4 years.
4 years?
Yeah.
He'll have another shot.
Yeah.
She's he has to get her the part with that scarf first, though.
Yeah, I gotta get her burn that scarf, or John just has to give him a fucking new scarf or some shit. So then pretty much they end the episode with everyone kind of just realizing they're all kind of in this together, and their only goal now is to get to the port and get on a ship to start making their way to Marley. But then they realize the Jaegers have taken it over, so now the next episode is them trying to fit in, it looks like,
So they're going to Marley for what reason again?
to
just-
talk to
just-
Aaron, because they're assuming...
That's where Aaron's going.
I don't know if they...
Aaron himself is going to Marley?
Well, he's leading them there,
As
right?
the skeletal
Well-
whale in the sky.
Well,
yeah.
I don't think they've distinctly said that that's where
Yeah.
Aaron's going.
I thought Aaron was stationary.
No,
Oh,
he's-
wait.
no, you can see him slithering when the
They're not.
rumbling
They're
starts.
not. I don't think they're going directly there. They're
Because Aaron would still be at Paradise then.
they're trying to get to
Yeah.
the airship, right? To find where
Either the
he's going.
airship or a boat. I don't
No,
know.
they're trying to get to the airship, which is where we find out that there's previews to the.
Yeah. So it looks like the next episode is just going to be a bunch of dumb.
It's going to be more
comedy
talking.
bits.
Nothing's going to happen again.
No, we're gonna be at that port.
Yeah, but it's going to be a bunch of
Yeah, it's
There's
going to
gonna
be...
be some kind of action though, because there's all of Flock's bitches there.
Fucking Annie eats another pie and throws him off. All the Jaegers be like, "Holy shit, it's Annie!"
Maybe we'll finally
It's
have some.
Annie! And then you just see the fucking boat or whatever shit they're stealing just
Why doesn't Armin just
going away. Cause
It's all gone.
then they blows up the thing, the boat.
build a new one?
So
It's
they
not
don't-
like he could just walk there, and I don't think
Plus,
Finger
he
could
could.
swim. No, he couldn't.
Armin could.
You think he could stay in his Titan form that long?
No. In addition,
Exactly.
No, because he
We
lost.
saw him
it.
took 4 steps when he transformed in Marley, and then he got out. You know.
Also,
I'm not saying that's his max.
Well,
I'm
he
just
got out because he wanted to get out.
no. I'm not saying that's his max. But I'm saying it's very unreal for him to be able to walk
also,
that.
we saw when was that Yelena talking about Armin killing all those innocent people. He regrets the shit out of that. And he feels really guilty.
Well,
About
are
that.
Jaegerists innocent people? No, they're at war against the Jaegerists right now.
But no, Armin used it on.
I know. But I'm saying if he were to use it
do
again, he's not innocent.
Yeah,
people.
but then
He probably still feel
he'd
bad
probably
for
blow
killing all
up
those
whatever they're
scouts.
trying to use.
It's Armin. He's gonna feel bad about people dying as we talk about trying to.
I
save
wondered
scouts.
too if he does, obviously he feels regret for doing that, but maybe that's what's keeping him from using his Titan ability too.
Yeah. I just want him to use
He
it
never
again
wants
so
to do it
bad.
again.
I want him to use it again
We
so
only saw
bad.
him use it once, right?
Yeah.
So far, yeah.
We only saw Annie use hers a couple times, but it'll be a different way this time.
If he were to transform, is he as big as the ones that made up the wall, or smaller?
He's smaller, a little bit smaller.
What?
He's
no,
smaller
he'd
than
be
Barrel
bigger.
He's
too,
bigger.
right?
Because
he's bigger.
Bertolt was higher.
Bertolt
Which
was
one?
bigger. He's
No,
bigger.
he'd definitely be bigger.
He's bigger. Yeah.
He's bigger and smaller at the same time.
Excuse me?
Depends.
Bigger in some ways and smaller in others.
Okay.
Because Bertolt was the wall came up to here on him.
Mm-hmm.
So
So they're trying to
It's
go.
safe to assume that Armin's around the same height.
So they're gonna go to the airship, and they just have to find where he is. So they were asking Yelena where he is, and she's like, "I don't fucking know. I wouldn't tell you."
Aaron?
Yeah.
How the hell would Yelena know where Aaron is?
Well, that's what she was saying. She's like, "I don't know where he is. Even if I knew, why the hell would I even tell you guys?" And then, yeah. So they don't know where he is.
Oh, so is that why they grabbed her? Because they thought she was working with Aaron and not Zeke?
Mm-hmm.
Talk about
That's what
grabbing the
Yelena.
other Ackerman.
Yelena.
Oh, I thought you.
That's why they saved her as well. When
I thought we were talking about the preview bit where they show that Floch has that Ackerman lady.
That was weird too. What the fuck
What's
was
up
that?
with that?
Well, she's probably in charge of the ports and
she is,
trading and
okay.
stuff.
she is in charge of that.
And
That makes
the
sense.
whole shipping between their nations and obviously
Also,
Paradise.
how the fuck did he now get to the fucking port? I thought he was in
He
the
was
town.
in Shiganshina. Yeah.
I think he probably anticipated that
Well,
that was their next.
they
move.
had to go-
He's
Question,
smart. He's annoying,
question.
but he's smart.
Is Floch the teleporting Titan?
Well, they do have carriages, and they didn't have to go through a forest.
Yeah.
So it probably took Floch way less time to get to the ports.
Is
He
Floch the
probably-
carriage Titan?
He probably realized what was going on and realized, oh shit, we're missing two carts now. So I already know where they're probably going is the fucking port.
And someone watched them escape too.
Yeah, so
who
like,
do you think? Well, do we have any suspicion of
I
who that
don't.
could
I don't
have
think
been?
it matters. I think it was
what if it was the
just-
blonde girl that Mikasa walked out of?
That's what- yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah, so she's like, I'll get you, bitch.
That'd be
I get the
really
last
cool.
laugh.
I'm
and
getting
then-
that scarf back.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, and then points with
That's
her
all I care
non-existent
about.
arm or some shit.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I don't know. We'll just have to suffer through another episode of Attack on Titan.
Another 2 boring episodes.
Because how many episodes has it
Zetsubo.
been since the rumbling started? Like
Rumbling,
6?
Rumbling was episode 5 of this season.
Bro. Wow.
No, it was episode 4 of this
4.
season, and then the Aaron twist with his dad was episode 5. So it's been I think 4 episodes since we've had anything cool happen.
Yeah, well, all we see of Aaron is obviously the credits, and we see his name brought up more than we actually see him.
Yeah, we haven't seen him since episode 5.
Yeah, and all we saw was his back, pretty much, of him slithering away. So, yeah, I don't know. I really want to get a move on with the show because I feel like everything happening right now is just very inconsequential.
See,
So it's kind of annoying.
I liked these 2 episodes compared to the last 2 because they actually had character development for the characters we cared about, whereas the last 2 was just a bunch of dumb politics I didn't care about.
Let's see. I thought, I'll be honest, I thought it was a little interesting to see how Floch was handling all the Jaegerists and how riled up Paradise is getting. But at the same time, yeah, I don't really give a shit about Connie. I don't really give a shit about the whole pie scene that happened. I knew they were going to have a reunion, but that's how that happened. So that was kind of a dunzo episode for me. I did enjoy the campfire scene.
Yeah, I like that
I
a
thought
lot.
I thought that was cool. Finally, having everyone kind of get on the same level for some part, and then Gene lets go a little bit, beats the shit out of Reiner, and Reiner loses again. But then you see Gabby being a little bit more, what's the word?
Emotional.
I guess. I don't know. She's just trying to work with her quote-unquote enemies more.
Mm-hmm.
So,
She's definitely vulnerable.
yeah. That's probably a better way to say it. But, yeah. This last episode wasn't too bad. It's just getting annoying because
I just want something to happen.
because nothing's happening.
Well, they did
And
this.
it's hard to think of what the fuck they're gonna do against an army of colossal titans and the whale skeleton that is Eren Yeager right now.
They did
I just want to see Eren just fucking trample on some bitches already.
They did the
That's
same.
what I want to see.
They did the same thing in part 1. They had like four or five really intense, cool episodes, and then just like 8 dog shit boring episodes, and then 1 really cool episode to end the season.
Well, it's
in
like,
part 1.
well, like it makes sense why you have to
that's
have
all
all
I'm
this
gonna get out of the
politics
movie.
shit in season
Yeah,
1
probably.
because it's like,
Like an
okay,
hour
we have
long
a
final
soldier
episode, I think.
here that could turn into a titan.
Before the
So we
movie.
need to talk about this.
Mm-hmm.
Just the final episode of this season is supposed to be like an hour long.
But we're still getting a movie after
I think
everything.
so. I think so.
Don't ask me.
Still, yeah.
I don't know what the hell it's gonna be. What I hope happens is because I don't know the ending of the manga, but I know people don't like the ending of the manga. So what I hope they do is they do like the anime. They end it the way the manga ended, but in the movie they do like a other ending to make it sure people like it. Because there are fans that got permission from Isayama to make a new ending, and people loved it apparently. So
So you're just saying like an alternate ending?
alternate ending.
I just feel like it's because I know what the ending is that Isayama came out with, and I just want to say it's kind of they compare it to like Game of Thrones, and
It's not as bad.
I don't think that's a fair comparison at all.
Game of Thrones is like seasons 1 through 4 is the best TV ever written, and then seasons 5 through 8 is just like what the fuck is happening?
Yeah, and then that compared to like Attack on Titan, that's like probably a couple episodes at the end, and it's
Mhm.
like that's so not a good comparison whatsoever.
Yeah, I agree.
But yeah, we can cover that later when we get to that point. But I think that's kind of all we have to talk about on this
Yeah.
podcast, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So yeah, hour 11. That kind of works out for this fucking really weird setup. But yeah. With that, we are going to be ending this episode of This Episode Podcast. So, yeah. Roll the outro, Future Trav. On the next episode of This Episode, Trav, Mitch, Josh, and Yusuf discuss episodes 9 through 17 of Kermani High School. If you're not subscribed already, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss when any new content goes live. You can also catch us live at twitch.tv/DutchRe, where we record the podcast live every Monday night. And as always, thank you for watching. Now get the fuck